look at this circuit diagram. Okay, this is the construction diagram of this maker. Okay, so here this is the hand driven DC generator. Okay, so this is the handle to rotate the armature of the DC generator. Okay, this is the positive terminal and this is the negative terminal. Okay, now this is the resistance scale. It is from 0 to infinity. Okay, so 0 ohm to infinity the resistance is scaled. Okay, now this is the arrow which display the value of insulation resistance. Okay, here is the electromagnet, N pole magnet and S pole magnet. Okay, in this electromagnetic field, okay, two coils are placed, current coil and pressure coil. Okay, current coil and pressure coils are placed. Okay, pressure coil is placed across the generator. Okay, so if we see the connection of this pressure coil from positive terminal of generator to the pressure coil. Okay, so one terminal of pressure coil is connected to positive terminal of generator through this protective resistance R3. Okay, and another terminal of pressure coil is connected to the negative terminal of generator. Okay, so this pressure coil is connected across the DC generator, or we can say that this pressure coil is connected in parallel with the DC generator, and one protective resistance is connected in series with the pressure coil to protect the pressure coil. Okay, now this is the current coil. Okay, so this current coil and pressure coil are placed at 90-degree. Okay, this pressure coil and current coil are placed at 90-degree. Now look at the connection of this current coil. So this current coil is connected here. Okay, to this generator terminal. So this generator terminal is connected to current coil, and the another terminal of current coil is connected to E terminal. Okay, now here is the L terminal. Okay, so here the devices which we want to test, that is connected in between this L terminal and E terminal. Okay, and this R2 resistance is also provided to protect the maker. Okay, so this is the connection diagram of maker. Okay, now the purpose of using makers. Okay, the purpose of using measure are to measure the insulation resistance. Okay, so the function of the maker is to measure the insulation resistance. Okay, so it has various applications. So measurement of insulation resistance between conductor and earth. So okay, so we can measure the insulation resistance between conductor and earth. We can measure the insulation resistance between two conductor, as well as we can measure the insulation resistance of underground cable, as well as we can measure the insulation resistance of motor between winding and earth. Okay, so these are the various application of maker. Okay, so if you want to measure, suppose if you want to measure the insulation resistance of motor. Okay, so what we have to do? Okay, so the winding terminal of the motor is connected to L terminal. Okay, and the body or earthing terminal is connected to E terminal. Okay, so in between these two terminal, L and E terminal, you have to connect winding terminal to L terminal, and earthing terminal of motor or body of motor to E terminal. Okay, so in between these two we have to connect the equipment we want to test, or we want to measure the insulation resistance. Okay, now how it works? Okay, so it is the hand operated maker. Okay, so we have to rotate the handle of this generator. Okay, so we have to rotate the handle in such a speed, at a such a speed that this generator develops a 500 volt EMF, or it generates a 500 volt. Okay, so it generates the 500 volt. That means it is capable to measure the insulation resistance of the device, which has a specification of 440 volt. Okay, so the another measures are also available, that is the battery operated, or the another measure is of the motor operated also. Okay, so motor is used to rotate the armature of the rotor. Okay, so the measure are of various type, that is the hand operated measure, battery operated measure, and motor operated measure. And also the voltage range is from 50 volt to 5000 volt generated by the generator. Okay, now what happens here, this is the current coil and pressure coil, both are placed in the magnetic field. Here is the N pole magnet and S pole magnet. Okay, so this current coil and pressure coil are placed in a magnetic field on soft iron cylinder. Okay, so this is the circular shape device, that is the soft iron cylinder. So this pressure coil and current coil are placed in a magnetic field on soft iron cylinder. Okay, now what happens, this current coil, so the principle is, when a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences a force. Okay, so here this current coil as well as this pressure coil, both are placed in a magnetic field. So both coil produces a force. Okay, okay, or we can say that the torque is produced. So torque is produced by the current coil as well as the torque is produced by the pressure coil. Okay, so okay, and the resultant torque, okay, the torque produced by current coil and torque produced by pressure coil are in opposite direction. Okay, so we will get some resultant torque or net torque, and on this net torque this arrow deflects. Okay, understood how this arrow deflects? The net torque produced by these two, that is the torque produced by current coil and torque produced by the pressure coil. Okay, and both are in opposite directions, so we will get some net torque, and on this net torque this arrow deflects. Okay, so now this current coil is connected in series, whereas the pressure coil is connected in parallel with this generator. Okay, so when we are keeping this L and E terminal open, okay, when we are keeping the L and E terminal open, that means there is no devices connected between these two terminal. Okay, so this L and E terminal are open, so it is a open circuited. Now we are rotating the armature of the generator, so the voltage is generated. Okay, so voltage is generated, that means the voltage is also available to the pressure coil, because both are connected in parallel. So whatever voltage is generated by this generator, that is available to the pressure coil. So due to this pressure coil some force or torque is produced, and due to this torque this indicator or this arrow deflects in this direction. Okay, in this direction it is towards the infinity. Okay, now what happens here, the L and E terminal is in open circuited. Okay, so what happens, there is no current flowing through this current coil. Okay, in electrical current always flows through the closed circuit. Okay, but the circuit of this current coil is from this terminal to current coil to this terminal, and from it is open circuited, so current is not flowing. That means the force or torque is not produced by this current coil. Okay, so the resultant torque or net torque, that is equal to the torque produced by the pressure coil. Okay, so there is only one torque, that is the torque produced by the pressure coil, so it will stable towards the infinity. That means when these two terminals are open circuited, this measure indicates the infinity resistance. Okay, because our range is from 0 to infinity. Okay, so this arrow indicates or measure the infinity value. Okay, now we are connecting or we are short circuiting these two terminal with a short circuit link. Okay, what we are doing now, we are short circuiting this L terminal and E terminal. Okay, so as soon as these two terminal become short circuited, what happens here, the torque is also produced by the pressure coil. Now this short circuit current is high, so current is flowing through this current coil. So this current coil also produces the torque, and the torque produced by this current coil is higher than the torque produced by the pressure coil. So this arrow moves towards the zero value. Okay, due to the high torque produced by this current coil, this arrow deflects towards the zero position. Okay, so at that time it measures this resistance nearly equal to zero when this link is short circuited. Now when we are connecting a motor in between these two terminal, okay, so here is the winding terminal of the motor and here is the earthing terminal of the motor. Okay, so at that time what happens, the torque is also produced by the pressure coil, the torque is also produced by the current coil, and the resultant torque is produced, and due to this resultant torque, this arrow becomes steady or deflects at some mega ohm value. Okay, because the insulation resistance of the motor is in the range of mega ohm, so this arrow will become steady at any point in between this mega ohm value. Okay, so when this arrow becomes steady at one point, it will indicates the insulation resistance of the motor. Okay, and it is in the mega ohm value. So in this manner we can measure the insulation resistance of motor or insulation resistance between conductor and earth, and also of the motor by using the Megger. So Megger is a device which is used to measure the insulation resistance. Okay, so in this manner we can use the Megger to measure the insulation resistance.